Howdy from Arlington, Texas, y'all. Hope this video finds you well. Parkside, IndyCar, Pronto, event number 6, Indy 500 qualifying. I wonder if Kyle Larson was not running the Indianapolis 500, if this would have even happened. I feel like this was simply to get Kyle Larson cards out there, and was it a money grab? I guess we'll see next year if he doesn't run. We'll see if they do it again. But we did have a good print run on this. The print run was 402, which was the highest of the season to that point. We had 8 cards in there. So I only have 6 packs of this. When I opened my subscription envelope that came, I have 2 subscriptions. I only got 1. I have already contacted Parkside, and they have already told me that the replacement is in the mail. So don't know, I don't know how all this works with print runs and whatnot. I'm assuming they have a few held back, and that's how I'm getting this. But I'm also going to assume that that does not have a parallel in it. That will be just the 8 basic cards. The disappointing thing about that is that of the 6 packs that I do have, my 1 subscription and my 5 others that I purchased, I received 0 parallels in there. And that is the first time that that has happened to me. A little disappointing, especially knowing, the money that I'm spending probably more than most. It definitely would be nice to at least get 1 parallel per, but I guess at the end of the day, it is what it is. It's a bonus. It's not what, it wasn't part of the agreement. It wasn't part of the sign up. So they didn't do anything wrong, but I can't lie that I'm disappointed. But anyway, it is what it is. Let's go ahead and take a look at the event number 6, Indy 500 qualifying. First card is Scott McLaughlin. He was the pole sitter for the Indianapolis 500. Sure, backs look, kind of the same as they do on other weeks. So obviously, it's a template that looks the same. The front row sweep for Penske Racing. Scott McLaughlin was the pole sitter. Will Power qualified second, and Joseph Newgarden qualified third. So the front row sweep by Penske, only the second time that has happened in the 108 race history of the Indianapolis 500. Another Scott McLaughlin, Indy 500 qualifying, fastest ever Indy 500 pole. So the pole speed is determined. You get a 4-lap run. It is your average, your average of those 4 laps is your qualifying speed. And he had the fastest ever Indy 500 pole position. Kyle Larson, Indy 500 qualifying, fastest 1-lap qualifying speed by a rookie. Yeah, I told you they were going to do what we knew they were going to do when we saw that they were doing it. We knew they were going to do everything they could to get Kyle Larson in there. Fastest, so you have a fastest pole qualifying speed for 4 laps. But now, well, we're going to give you the 1-lap qualifying by a rookie. I guess if it hadn't been, they'd have said fastest 1-lap qualifying speed by a rookie driving car 17. I don't know. But you knew they were going to do what they could to get him in there. Marcus Ericsson, he was the last man in. He was the last one to bump his way at the gun into the race and knocked out, having a brain fart. It doesn't say on here. But anyway, he was the last position, the final qualifier. Nolan Siegel was the one that got bumped. But yeah, so he made his run, like I said, as the clock expired on qualifying and was able to bump his way into the race. Kyle Larson qualified for IndyCar debut. Okie dokie. Only one person didn't qualify for the race. Rinus VK, Indy 500 qualifying rallied to make the top 12, which the top 12 go again, and then the fast six from that go for the final pole position. And yeah, this was definitely an emotional one to watch. It was so great to see his mom and watch his mom as he bumped his way into the top 12. So really happy to see this card on there, because I will definitely remember that moment. And I know TV likes to show the wives and everything watching the race, watching their husbands, but I think I enjoy the mom son just a little bit better than I do the wives and girlfriends. And finally, Callum Ilott, who did not get a full-time ride, who got screwed by Juncos Hollinger Racing, and all of the what is it? Not Venezuelan. Where is he from? Argentinian death threats. Got screwed by Juncos Hollinger, but he returned to McLaren and ran the Indianapolis 500. And there you go. That's what it is. I love this photo on the back. I hope that if they include the Indy 500 photos next year in the base set, they do this whole picture instead of just this year they kind of cut it off right here, and it was just, the middle of the car and the driver. But this is what I absolutely would love to see. But we'll leave it there. Don't be a dickhole. Be kind to animals. Adopt, don't shop. And make sure your pets are spayed or neutered. And I will see you down the road.